Have you ever felt a small, persistent nudge in your heart? A quiet whisper that you couldn't quite place? This feeling isn't new. In fact, it's at the heart of one of the most powerful stories about finding your purpose, and it starts with a young boy named Samuel. Imagine this. Samuel was just a child when his mother, Hannah, brought him to the temple at Shiloh. She had prayed for a son with all her might, promising that if her prayer was answered, she would dedicate him to God's service. And so, little Samuel began his life in the temple, learning from the wise old priest, Eli. He was a good kid, diligent and obedient, helping with the daily tasks of the sanctuary. One night, as the temple grew still and dark, Samuel was lying down to sleep near the Ark of the Covenant, the most sacred object in all of Israel. Suddenly, a voice cut through the silence, calling his name. Samuel. Startled, he jumped up. Who could be calling him? At this hour, he immediately thought of Eli and ran to the priest's side. "Here I am," Samuel said, a little out of breath. "Did you call me?" Eli, still half asleep, looked at him kindly. "No, my son. I didn't call you. Go back and lie down," Samuel obeyed, returning to his bed. But it happened again. Samuel obeyed. The voice was just as clear as before. Again, he ran to Eli. "Here I am. You surely called me." And again, Eli sent him back, saying he hadn't called. When the voice called a third time, Samuel was probably feeling a mix of confusion and maybe even a little fear. He went to Eli once more, insistent. This time, a spark of understanding lit up in Eli's mind. This wasn't a human voice. The old priest realized it was God himself, reaching out to the boy. So, he gave Samuel simple, profound instructions. "Go and lie down," Eli said gently, "and if he calls you again, you shall say, 'Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.'" Samuel returned to his spot, his heart likely pounding with anticipation. And sure enough, the voice came again. "Samuel, Samuel." Taking a deep breath, the young boy responded just as Eli had taught him. "Speak, for your servant is listening," in that moment. Everything changed. God began to speak directly to Samuel, sharing powerful messages and prophecies for the entire nation of Israel. Though he was just a boy, Samuel listened with a maturity beyond his years. He didn't dismiss the voice, he didn't ignore the guidance of his mentor, and he didn't shrink back in fear. He chose to listen. And that simple act of listening became the foundation of his entire life. Samuel grew up to become one of Israel's greatest prophets and judges. He guided the nation, anointed its first kings, and served as a direct link between God and his people for decades. His impact was immeasurable, and it all started with that quiet call in the night. So, what does this ancient story have to do with you and me today? Everything. Your purpose, your calling, might not come in a booming voice from the heavens. It often starts, just like Samuel's did, a quiet, persistent whisper. It's that subtle feeling that you're meant for something more. It's that recurring idea that you just can't shake. It's that gentle pull toward a path that might seem unconventional or even a little scary. So many of us hear this whisper, but dismiss it. We think, "I'm too young," or "I'm not qualified," or "that's just a silly dream." We tell ourselves to go back to sleep, just as Eli first told Samuel. But Samuel's story teaches us a different way. It shows us the power of paying attention. It highlights the importance of seeking guidance from wise mentors in our lives. People like Eli who can help us recognize when something bigger is at play. And most importantly, it teaches us the courage to respond. The courage to say, "Speak, Lord, I'm listening." Imagine what could happen if you started treating that quiet nudge in your heart with the same seriousness as Samuel. What if you stopped dismissing it and started exploring it? What if you found a mentor to talk to about it? What if you took one small, brave step in the direction it's pointing? Your calling isn't just for famous prophets or historical figures. It's for you. It's for now. It might be a call to create, to teach, to heal, to build, to serve, or to lead. It might be a call to be a better friend, parent, or community member, whatever it is, it starts with listening. So today, I encourage you to be like Samuel. Quiet your world for a moment. Pay attention to the whispers in your heart and find the courage to say, I'm listening. You might be surprised by the incredible journey that unfolds. Thanks so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button. Subscribe for more content like this, and share it with someone who might need to hear this message today. We'd love to read your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us for more, and we'll see you in the next video.